Okay, we're recording now, so. Alright, we're going to walk through using the Raspberry Shake website. You'll have to have two tabs open. Of course, as soon as I start talking, the cat's got to start clawing on everything. Stop it. So there's actually two different web pages. There's a map web page that shows you where all of the sensors are at, all of the stations. You can click on one station and it'll kind of show you the spectrogram on the side and the waveform and information about it kind of on a sidebar to the right side. And there's another web page called Data View. Starlight, stop. This is going well so far. There's another web page called Data View. It's the same site, but you can go back and forth. You can check the individual sensors and see what their waveforms look like over on the side. It'll give you all the information, and then you can just copy and go over to this other page, and up here in the top right corner you can go to multi-view, multi-stream display, and over on the left side you have a list of all of the stations. So you take the one that you copied, put it in your search box up here, and it'll bring up that station. The way these work, you have the last letter in these stations is usually E, N, or Z. E is east-west orientation. N is north-south orientation. And Z is the Z-axis, which is up and down. And that's generally what the spec pages and stuff monitor, because that'll show your up-down movement regardless of whether it's going east, west, or north or south. There's going to be a component of vertical movement. So this is a drag and drop page. So you just drag one and drop it, and it adds it. And if you want to remove any of these, you have that X box right there. The orange box on each of these is a filter, which basically filters out based on distance. Most of them are on default. It just kind of depends on how sensitive it is, where it's located, how it's mounted, and all that stuff. So this is all kind of mixed up. So we're gonna go from the start. And currently we are looking at the Pyrenees, border of France and Spain. There is a swarm happening. Now this page actually shows you where the earthquakes are hitting. The map page. The red circles are earthquakes. So unfortunately there's no Raspberry Shakes right here on this mountain range. But some of these smaller quakes are going all the way up this range up into here. So I'm going to start. Okay, the color of these hexagons that represent the stations roughly show their current state. I don't remember exactly. Black and white were like hadn't been heard for a while. Blue, I'm not totally positive, but when you go from green to yellow to red, mainly you're looking at green, yellow, orange, red, and that indicates how much activity they're picking up. So if you see like orange and red, like that one's orange, that one just turned orange, and there you go. That's what made it turn orange. So you can see that activity on this page, and if it's not a really noisy spec, um, you may choose to copy it over to the data view. One thing on the data view, you can't move them around, so you want to do it in order. And since we're going from west to east along this ridge, because that's the way they're going to be laid out, the first ones you add are going to stay on the left side of your data view. So I'm working west to east. I think this was one of them that was good. Yeah, that one's got a pretty decent looking spec. It's kind of noisy on the waveform, but so RC85E, I'm going to copy that. I'm going to switch over, and that's the one I have pulled up right there. You just drag EHZ, you just drag it over here. Now I'm going to go back to the map page, and I believe that's the one. I'm not sure which one I had just a minute ago. That one's interesting. We'll go with that. We go back to the map site. So we're only to here. This one is a cluster. And there was one in particular that was better than the others. that's one that showed up good earlier. Copy that over here to the search box, paste it, and drag E and Z. That's not what I want. EHZ. Okay, maybe not. ENZ. A little bit wider range on that one. That looks pretty good. Take it over and copy it. Paste that in the search box, and there it is. There's EHZ. There's a 1D down here. Doesn't look like it's picking much up, but I'm going to add it. Just for covering the amount of geography around that swarm. That one looks like it just picked something up. So if you really want the active ones, look for the orange and red. When quakes are happening, if you're looking at this map when things are fairly calm and one is above yellow, if it's orange or red, when no quakes are happening, it's just going to be a noisy station. That one looks good. Oops. Okay, so once you get 4, 6, 8, however many of these data streams you want pulled up on this data viewer page, you can go all the way up here in the top corner of this stack or a hamburger or whatever you want to call it. This is the menu icon. You click that and your station list goes away, and that gives you a good amount of area to watch specs. So these sites, the map site is stationview.raspberryshake.org, and dataview.raspberryshake.org. So that's how we do it.